from the Trump administration. This all centers around those deportation flights from a little over a week ago that sent migrants to El Salvador. The Trump administration used a rare wartime act to carry out these flights because it alleged the people being deported were gang members. Family members of some of those migrants deny those claims, but Trump has repeatedly and publicly criticized the federal judge who ruled to temporarily pause those flights. That pause is what the administration is now appealing.
Joining us now is NBC News senior Homeland Security correspondent Julia Ainsley. How are both sides arguing their cases in court today? And big picture, how significant is this hearing?
Well, it's interesting. We're getting to see exactly how an Obama-appointed Judge Patricia Millett is drilling the Justice Department representing the Trump administration, and then how a Trump-appointed Judge Justin Walker, is drilling the plaintiffs who are representing these people who have been sent to El Salvador, to really get a flavor of how this particular order can spread across the political spectrum. I think one key standout quote to me today came from Patricia Millett, the judge, early on, where she asked the Justice Department, where she pushed back when the Justice Department said that it was unprecedented that the district court judge would not allow Trump to go forward with invoking the Al.Enemies Act to deport these people to El Salvador. She said, that's because this is an unprecedented action by Trump. And so, of course, we're in unprecedented territory. It's very hard for him to say that it would be anything but. But then we also got pushback from that Trump-appointed judge that I talked about to the ACLU lawyer, Lee Gallant, where he said that he was having trouble finding any other cases where a court had successfully overturned and outranked the power of the President of the United States when it came to national security issues. It's ongoing, and it's definitely a tense hearing.
And Julia, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is planning on going to El Salvador later this week. What's her goal with that trip?
Yeah, that's right. She will look at CCOT, that prison. It's similar, I think, to the trip that she did to Guantanamo Bay. It's a way for her to show, the toughness of this administration, sending people to those conditions. She will also meet with President Bukele of El Salvador. I'm incredibly interested in that particular meeting. It follows, of course, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. And the last time he was there, the agreement that came out of it is what we're seeing now. Bukele agreed to take back prisoners, not just immigrants, but potentially U.S. citizens that have been charged and convicted of crimes in the United States to be held in that prison. So it'll be in one way a show of force, but also I think the way it's falling in the middle of this court battle, there are going to be a lot of eyes on what she sees and how she addresses the conditions there.
All right, Julia Ainsley, thanks so much.
Well,